Okay guys, welcome to part 2 of this review, and I'm going to have to say to you now, hold the phone, because unfortunately we will not be able to finish this review properly as I'd like at the moment. And the reason for that is I have found out today, after talking to the retailer a lot, that as I suspected, this is not a brand new unit. This was a unit that was returned by another customer as faulty. It then went to be fixed, and it came back to the warehouse and was accidentally shipped to me as a new unit. Now, this next part of the video shows me connecting it up, powering it up, installing the drivers and everything. And I talk about the fan noise a lot, and I show the fan noise on the camera, okay? But the point is, I can't get another one of these for about 3 to 4 weeks because there are none in the UK at the moment. But when the new unit arrives, it may be that the fans are not as noisy as these fans. Okay, so please bear in mind that comments that I make and what you're going to hear in this episode, the noise this fan at the back of here is making, they may not be this loud. Okay, please leave a comment if you own one of these or you've used them and you know how loud they are. Okay. Otherwise, it's fine, apart from that this bottom LED on this drive sledge is running at about 20% brightness. It's very dull, but otherwise it seems very fast in the speed tests and everything. So I don't want to leave it and not put up the next videos, because I can show you the accessing the controls and all the parameters that you can change and stuff, and just a quick walkthrough of that, and I can show you some speed tests, reading and writing various files compared to the other discs connected to the Mac. I can show you all that, and it doesn't matter the fact this isn't a brand new unit, but just please bear in mind that this is all about how loud it is. Okay, if when the new unit arrives it is still as loud as this one, then I'm going to have to think about getting a replacement fan for it, because even living down on the floor, I'd want it to be quieter than that. And I would say to GTEC, if they are really this noisy, they should consider fitting a much quieter fan, even if it means putting the price up by $10 or $20, you know. The other thing is, I got a 2-metre cable with it, as I told you in the first episode. Apparently, according to GTEC's website, the package contains a 1-metre eSATA cable. Okay. So yeah, on with the show. Now I'm going to show you the install and everything, but please bear in mind that we're going to have to reserve judgment about whether or not they are really this noisy until we get the new one, which will be in 3 to 4 weeks' time. As soon as that unit arrives, I'll add an addendum video showing the new unit and whether or not it's quieter. Okay. And if it isn't any quieter than this one, then after another week or two you'll see me showing you me fitting an aftermarket fan to it to make it quieter, because I want it quieter than that if that's how noisy they are, you know. Alright, well, so let's get on with it. This is the connecting up, powering up, installing and all that. After which I'll show you a walkthrough of the control interface and then show you some speed tests. Alright, ciao. Okay, and there is the Highpoint Rocket Raid card, the controller card, installed in the top slot of the Mac Pro. There are the 4 eSATA ports on the back ready to go. Okay, now let's fire her up, and all I should have to do is attach the power lead to the rack, connect the eSATA cable, and then switch on the rack, and I should have it there and ready on the Mac. It's a little bit more long-winded on Windows, but the next thing to do according to the manual is to connect the controller to the unit. I'll just move my coffee out of the way there, don't want that going everywhere. So plug into port 1. So what's going on? I'll turn this. That's it then. Okay, now move that baggie. Leave all these little screw key things as well. Okay, so there's our bare unit, and we connect the eSATA connection. Bing, bang, bong. Now attach the power cord. Ta-da! Power cord. The switch is off, which it is. Plug in the power and find a socket for it. Here we go. There we are. Now Power on the G-speed. Right, here we go. This had better work. Ooh, lights are on. I'll let some cool air and trying to get us back to a more normal working temperature. There will be some noise on the camera though from builders and whatever else. But quiet? Oh, I don't know about that. Look, I'll turn it round. Of course, it doesn't have to live on your desktop right where you work. I mean, if it's underneath somewhere, you probably won't notice it that much. But this is what it sounds like. And most of that noise is coming from the cooling fan. Power supply down there. Anyway, it's whispery. You know, it's not super quiet, and certainly not quiet. There's no way I'd describe it as that. And just to show you, that's the pop-up for the driver install. I'm running Leopard on this. Continue. This will take 3 meg of space. Install. Password. Continue. And off we go. That's that. Yeah. It's making a hell of a racket, that disc, I tell you. Got to restart now. And it says cache is necessary for booting are being updated. System shutdown will proceed once the caches are up to date. That's what that little message says there. But listen to that bugger go now. I actually call that noisy. Listen to it. That to me is pretty noisy, but let's put it down on the floor. Well, anyway, I'll just reboot. See you in a minute. And we've rebooted, and there is the G-speed on the desktop. Lovely jubbly. There she is, G-speed. And let's get its properties there. There we are. 1.82 terabytes. There she is. Okay, so we're off. Now there are some other facilities on this disk, so let me shut down again and then we'll do this speed tester. See you in a minute.